Welcome to this Essence Health tutorial and guided relaxation about stress reduction. You will learn where stress comes from, why it's so important to manage your stress, easy stress reduction techniques, and finally, we'll end with a guided relaxation. Learning to thrive under stress. We're going to learn about stress signals and stress reduction tips. So I thought I would start with the definition of stress. This is by Hans Selye. He's the grandfather of stress because he did all the initial groundbreaking research. So the definition is a response to any pressure or demand requiring change, readjustment, or adaptation. So just think for a moment about all the ways we've had to adjust and change due to all the circumstances happening right now. It's a lot. So the stress response is really based on the nervous system, and something called the autonomic nervous system is where the fight or flight, that's what we usually think of when we have a stress response. So the sympathetic nervous system is responding to any threat, any perceived threat of danger in our environment. And it decides in a split second whether it's something you can fight or run from. And that is the fight or flight response. The autonomic nervous system also has another branch called the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is really the branch of our nervous system that helps us to restore, relax. It also is the social engagement aspect of our nervous system. And when we feel overwhelmed by a threat that we decide that we can't fight, flee from, then the parasympathetic and the sympathetic can go into something called the freeze response, where you feel overwhelmed and you feel stuck, like you can't move. The other branch of the autonomic nervous system is the enteric nervous system, which is just another word for our digestive tract. So, and that also is very responsive to stress. So, a lot of people have stomach issues, digestive issues when they are going through a stressful time. So, neuroception is a term that is about our nervous system's ability to detect danger or threats below our level of awareness. So this is happening automatically. And then the nervous system responds, really quickly and automatically. We can bring awareness, though, to how we're feeling in the moment and to our triggers. And we're going to talk about that. So, fight or flight, mobilization. So, this is all about really preparing the body and the mind for movement of some kind. You're either going to fight it off or you're going to run from it. So, the muscles get a lot of energy, the brain gets energy to make really quick decisions. But this was never intended to be a long term kind of response. And that's how our society now is run. We're constantly, we can feel these threats, but they're not really a tiger running after us, right? And the other thing about this system is that when we're stressed like this, it really shuts down our ability to truly socially engage with people. So that's really important. So the mind and body are one thing. It's really a flow of information between the body and the mind and back from the body to the mind. And these are messenger molecules that get um, circulated based on your thoughts, your feelings, um, your perceptions. So frequently, the threats that we are detecting are really created in our mind. And so it's really important to become aware of those. And I also want you to see in this slide how the immune system, the nervous system, and the hormone system are all interconnected. So, really, the best thing you can do for your immune system, keeping yourself healthy, is managing your stress. So, this is a really effective graphic to show how we were built for short term stress. This figure on the left bounces right back. But after months and months of stress, then we start looking like the figure in the middle, really tired. Maybe you are catching colds more, that your digestive system is not right, and you're actually craving a lot of stimulants and coffee. And that actually is counterproductive because you actually prolong the period it takes to recover. But the good news is our systems and our bodies really like to be healthy and know how to bounce back when you're given the right conditions. So it takes stress management, like really intentioned practices to manage our stress and to come back down to a zero level every day so that you can face new stressors the next day. That's our human life, right? We're constantly being challenged and there's always stress in our lives, but it's really our ability to bounce back. So that takes a commitment to yourself and to other people. And we really are all connected. Science has shown that our nervous systems detect other people's stress, and we are connected through an energy field. And so we are broadcasting what we're feeling and what we're thinking all the time through our nervous system and through these unseen kind of feelings. But I know you've had that experience of being in a room with someone and getting bad vibes or just feeling stress when someone who is stressed out comes in. So your peace or your fear are contagious. So it's really a choice that we're making. There are signs of stress that are common to just about everybody, and these are stress overload. So this is beyond that initial fight or flight, but these are more prolonged kind of stressful feelings when you're feeling exhausted, you're not sleeping well, changes in your digestion, maybe no appetite or bloated, just irritable for no reason. Doesn't take much to get kind of a 10 out of 10 reaction. And a lot of people have a lot of headaches or other pain in your body, joint pain, muscle aches, muscle tension is a classic sign. And the other one is cold hands and feet. That also is a sign that you've been undergoing a lot of stress. So it's really important to know physically in your body the early signs that you're stressed. Is your stomach clenching? Do you get a tight jaw? Do you get a headache? So that's really the first step. So it's really helpful to think of the nervous system and our responses as a ladder. And it's really helpful if you become flexible enough to be able to move up and down the ladder easily so you don't end up at the bottom of the ladder. So the top of the ladder is everything is going well. You're, able to meet your challenges. You feel connected with other people, but your day's moving along. Someone cuts you off on the highway. You spill your coffee on your shirt. These things build up pretty quickly. If you've already started your day off, kind of checking the news, you're worried, you're feeling behind on all the work you have to do or all the demands that you have in your life. So it's pretty easy to get down to that yellow area. And it's at this point that you want to take some deep breaths. You want to do some of the stress reduction practices so that you don't end up being overwhelmed and feeling collapsed where you really can't, you feel like you can't get out. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 different ways to manage your stress. So the first one we've covered, it's really noticing in your body and in your mind and your emotions that you are stressed. And then the second one is breath awareness. And the breath is like a key, it's like a switch to which nervous system you're in. So just noticing the breath, slowing it down will help you to get into that rest and repair. And we're going to do a guided practice. Movement is super important. You have all these stress molecules in your muscles. You have all this energy. So it's really helpful to run, move, walk, shake, uh, whatever it takes. And then social connection. So you can actually disarm the fight or flight system with appropriate social connection. And a lot of people don't know about this. So you can inform the people in your family, your friend group, or your work environment that by signaling calm to another person through making eye contact, speaking in a calm voice, smiling, laughing, is all sends safety signals to the other person. And in this time of the pandemic, it's hard because we're wearing masks, we're on FaceTime and Zoom, but it's really important to maintain those digital connections during this time because we need to see other people's faces. That's how we have evolved as human beings. So we need to prioritize those face to face connections and really talk about this with the group of people that you're hanging out with so that you can really support each other as opposed to bringing each other down or escalating by everybody sharing how stressed out they are or how afraid they are. So, we're going to talk about some stress reduction techniques, and we talked about moving your body. There's a technique where you literally shake out the stress, and you can shake your arms, shake your legs, you can put on some music and dance around. It's really helpful. You can tap your whole body. That also gets rid of those stress molecules. Stomping, um, working out with weights is super effective. So, whatever kind of movement that you enjoy would be great. The butterfly breath is also another technique, and this is where you cross your hands on your chest and you move your fingers and tap the chest like butterfly wings as you're taking some slow, deep breaths. So we can do this now. So I invite you to just inhale to a count of 4 and we'll exhale to a count of 6. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do one more breath this way. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so another breath technique is counting the breaths with your fingertips. There are little acupressure points on your fingertips, and as you count your breaths this way, really helps to connect the mind and the body, slow down the breathing, and relax the nervous system. So we'll do 8 breaths this way, and we'll do similar breath count. So I'll count for the first 2 breaths, and then we'll continue just counting in silence. So we'll start with the index finger and the thumb, and you can close your eyes. And we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch fingers. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I invite you to count 6 more breaths this way. So I invite you to keep your eyes closed. We're going to do what's called a mindful body scan. We'll just scan the body for tension. We're going to start at the feet. So I invite you to bring all your awareness down to your feet. You can wiggle your toes, move your knees, really feel yourself seated in your chair. So bring all the awareness to the lower body. This helps to take some of the energy from the thinking mind and come back to the body. And we'll bring our awareness up to the legs, lower legs, upper legs. With your exhale, just use that as a natural way of letting go of stress and settling more deeply into your seat. And bring your attention to your hips. Just observing, noticing how your body's feeling. We'll move awareness to the belly, allowing the belly to soften. And allowing any tension in the lower back to melt. And we'll bring awareness up to the chest and the heart area. Imagining space around the heart. And with your next breath, I invite you to really expand the lungs in your chest. So as you inhale, your belly expands. Really bring that breath up to the chest, the front, and the lungs in the back. And do a full exhale, like you're blowing out a balloon, allowing your belly to come in as you expel all that air. So inhale, filling up the lungs and the chest. Exhale, like you're exhaling every drop. Now just breathe naturally. And we'll bring awareness to the shoulders, allowing them to drop from the ears. And bringing awareness to both arms, allowing any tension to release. And we'll bring awareness to the neck and the jaw. Some of the favorite places to hold our attention. So with our inhale, we just notice, welcome what's here in your perception, and your exhale, just allowing anything to release that's ready to be released. And we'll bring attention to the muscles in the face, the forehead, and the scalp. Just notice if your hands are warmer, feeling heavy. Maybe your feet are warmer, and your whole legs are feeling heavy. So you can become aware of your body as one sensation and perception. And we'll take another couple of deep breaths, releasing any remaining tension you feel in your body. And notice how your body's feeling now after you have let go of some muscle tension and stress and come into the present moment. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for watching. I hope you commit to managing your stress. That will not only benefit you, but benefit everyone in your life. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to share it with friends and family. And please check my website for other resources that I'll be adding frequently to my resource page. That's www.essencehealth.net. Take care and be well.